This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
He has time.
He's
Off
got
the
him.
left side. Dobbs is there. Leaping grab. Touchdown. Touchdown.
Well, good morning there, everyone, and welcome to Ken and Ken in the Morning. Sans the other Ken. How you doing today, broski?
Doing good, man. How you doing today?
Oh, not too bad. Got ourselves a little bit more of a drip feed of the schedule, and it looks like week 1 at 4:30 Eastern, Green Bay will be playing the Detroit Lions to open up the year.
Well, yeah, that's the leak I saw. There's also another leak. It hasn't been confirmed though. It's more speculation, more rumor that the Bears are going to open up week 1 at Washington at 4:30.
Oh no shit!
Yeah. So
That would be an interesting one.
yeah. I really think people are overhyping Washington, and yeah, let's get it on.
Good morning there, Joe. Good morning there, Nicholas.
Good morning, Joe.
What's up, dude?
Oh, not too much. Going through a little bit of the drip feeding of the schedule. Morning, Brent.
Yeah, but I mean, what a week 1 matchup if that holds true. It sounds like it is the Lions at Packers.
Yeah. I'm not going to say it's 100% official because the one I seen it from was Yahoo Sports on this one, and I don't trust anybody unless it comes directly from the NFL themselves.
Yahoo Sports.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know where people are getting all their leaked information from, but yeah, it's until the actual schedule's out. I mean, who really knows?
I saw one that was the Raiders and the Giants opening week. I'll take that, man.
I think the Detroit Free Press is also saying that about the Lions opening up in Green Bay.
Yeah, so yeah, it seemed like it was a little more legitimate of a league, but you know me, unless I know 100%, I like to phrase it as "hey."
Yep, no, I hear you, man.
Might be it, because I try not to make it a habit too much of putting my foot in my mouth, even though sometimes I still end up with it there.
I hear you.
But Joe, you'd be excited about going up against the Giants week 1?
Hell yeah. Russ is going to get sacked about 9 times.
Yeah,
Yeah, but how often is Geno going to get sacked with that Giants defensive line?
Well, probably 6 times because the Raiders line is better than the Giants line, so that's all we need to worry about. And we have Brock Bowers.
I was going to say that's definitely a way to look at it.
And you got your buddy Beck now at wide receiver.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think he's.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
I mean, and technically, like the Giants passed on Genty, and the Raiders got him a couple picks later too. So, be a good first game for Genty to prove that Brisky's incorrect and he's not a bust.
Yeah.
And good morning there, Yoli. Nice to see you here in the morning again.
I'm with it. If Genty wants to pop off for 100 his first game, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Hey, Joe, Dorn's got a question for you.
No, he still gets around better than you, Dorn.
Good one, Joe. Good one.
So you're saying Grandpa Carroll is fucking jumping through the trees out there in Las Vegas? Because that's what Dorn's doing hunting these deer. He's going full Rambo style.
Well, actually, I think Carroll is probably a vegetarian because he lived in L.A. for a long time. They're all health conscious down there. He's probably vegan or something.
Yeah, he also seems like he might do a lot of coffee.
I gotta agree with you there, broski. Especially for when DK got drafted and they were bringing him in there, and he rips off his shirt like that was going to somehow compare it to DK or some type of bonding thing. Like, why the hell is this old guy flashing me?
Yeah, man, he's feeling good.
Yeah,
in LA, they do cocaine with their coffee.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's the dairyless creamer that they're putting in.
No, I don't think they mix it. I think they just take a sip and then do a rail.
They do what Mers, Starmer, and Macron did on their train ride from Poland to Kiev. They just they got their little mini Coke spoon and they just let's do it up,
Hey,
but,
those little mini Coke spoons got this entire country through the 80s.
I hear that.
We've got ourselves an Eric.
What's up, Just? What's up, broski? What's up?
Is this E-Fizz?
This is E-Fizz.
Hold up, broski. Who gave you permission to say my nickname, though, sir?
Well, Eric, you kind of put it in your name. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna put it out there, I know, like, this is a tough thing for millennials and Gen Zers to understand. Like, if you're gonna put a tattoo on your neck or on your face, and someone asks you about it, don't get butthurt. If you're gonna put that in your name as your name, and someone calls you that, don't get butthurt.
Hey,
that's kind of crazy, though. That's kind of crazy, isn't it?
You know I can take a joke.
This was crazy talk.
Hey,
one thing I wanted to know, Eric, is that your mama or your woman in that picture?
That's my mother, and I was a baby.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was telling everybody. I assumed it was that it.
Shout out, Eric.
You were a kid.
I appreciate you, bro.
Oh yeah, Eric's a good kid.
Eric, you're a brave soul. Cool. You're a brave soul to post a picture of your mama up here.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, why you say that, Joseph?
Because in a trash because in a trash talking thing like this, like
oh yeah,
the temptation would be there for somebody to say something bad about your beloved mother, and while the rest of us would heartily disagree with that, people are assholes. That's why I said you're a brave man to post your mother up there.
Oh yeah.
Well, anybody who's going at Eric's mama, they're going to be dealing with damn near the whole group coming at them.
Yeah,
Oh,
I hear that.
Yeah, although
Right,
I would love to, since you're here live now, Eric, I would love to hear your explanation on how the Raiders are a poverty franchise.
listen, I was trolling yesterday, but no, listen, I would say about the Raiders, you guys got to like prove it first. Like, they haven't done anything since what?
You've been alive?
Yeah, since I've been alive, man, I've never seen them. Well, when I was 3, I guess when they went to the Super Bowl against the Buccaneers, I guess you can count that. But after that, it's like, what else have they really done?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. And that might make them a poorly run franchise currently.
Mhm.
But to call them a poverty franchise, that means like they're at the bottom of the league. Like they have 3 trophies in the case. They have one of the greatest traditions of winning in professional sports history, not just in football. Like people seem to forget, like, you know, before the Raiders came back to Oakland in 1995, the Oakland Raiders had the highest winning percentage of any professional sports franchise ever. Like we're talking about the Yankees. We're talking about like, you know, so
Well,
to
when
call them a
you're-
I
poverty
think too
franchise.
another thing about the Raiders and stuff that like I think younger like generations don't really understand is like even though the franchise maybe hasn't won a Super Bowl in a long time, you know, whatever the case may be, like there's certain franchises that have very deep, very huge fan bases and followings, you know, like just like a team like the Raiders or the Dolphins. Like I don't think younger people understand that like the Dolphins and Raiders haven't been good for a while, but dude, they have a huge fan base.
Oh, I know that.
you
I
what
know
mean?
the fan base is big.
Yeah. The Raiders
Yeah.
always kind of reminded me of the Bears of the AFC for some reason too. It was kind of, you know, just kind of strange,
Because
but
they're,
yeah.
because they're the blue collar team like the Bears are supposed to be, right? They're the
and-
guy. They're for the blue collar guy, you know. Like
Well,
And
I can't say one thing.
also the Raiders have like they're way up there in Hall of Famers too. I think the Raiders have like the second or third most Hall of Famers, only behind like the Bears or the Packers. Like
Yeah, it goes Bears, Packers,
Giants.
I think Giant. Yeah, I
Bears
think
and Giants are tied for the most, I think.
Look at that. Look at the Giants with 3rd place. Do you see that?
Oh, and now you're getting Eric all excited, especially since Green Bay is going to be playing the Lions week 1.
Are we playing the
Oh yeah, we're playing Detroit week 1 at 4:30 Eastern.
In
Oh,
Lambeau.
let's go.
Yeah, in Lambeau.
And I just got to finish a little something about the Raiders here. So I know, Joe, I told you I wasn't a fan of the Raiders draft. However, their offseason moves, hiring Carroll, bringing in Geno Smith, I think those were freaking phenomenal moves that are going to do wonders to possibly turn things around there.
yeah, I agree. I mean, I hope at least. I don't want to speak on it like act like it's going to happen, but I think there's a good chance.
Okay,
things are
just
going
let me
to turn around.
rephrase that. Poverty. Okay, at least you're not the Browns or Lions. I'm sorry about that. Okay.
What are we gonna say? I think we found though what we can set Joe off with. All we got to do is call the Raiders a poverty franchise, and he's coming out swinging.
I'm not gonna come. I mean, I guess if you want to call it coming out swinging, I'm just gonna like represent real facts that like totally dispute that garbage ass take of the Raiders being a poverty franchise. Like a poverty franchise is like the Browns, like the Bengals, like a team that's the Vikings, a team that's never won a Super Bowl. Like, you know what I mean? That like you've been around for 70 years and you've never won a Super Bowl. That's poverty, dude. Like that means you've never been to the table. Like not even, you know what I mean? You don't get to sit at the table with the big boys, you know? The Raiders have 3 rings. The Broncos have 3 rings. The Giants have 4 rings. The Packers have 4 rings. You only have 1 more ring than us. And you guys are considered one of the perennial franchises, right?
Yeah,
So
that's because of all the rings we have before the Super Bowl trophies.
yeah, but that's like before the Raiders even existed. So I don't care about that.
Hey, that's not our fault. Your owner was slow on the uptake.
No, the Raiders were
man.
established in 1960. So
Also, not too far off.
so I mean, like it's
Green
only
Bay
40
was.
years or so.
I was gonna say Green Bay was in 1919.
Yeah, so it's only like 45 years or 40
Yeah.
years or something.
Uh huh.
That's what I'm saying. So, but I mean, yeah, dude, it's just crazy to me that was a crazy take, and I just wanted to throw it out there. Oh, yeah. Hey, we could throw the Bills in there too. I don't have a problem with that.
Buffalo, yeah.
I mean, they're the only team that I know that has the acronym of "Boy, I love losing Super Bowls."
I thought that was Minnesota. Well, they might be sick.
No. They just love choking, no matter what it is.
We could throw the Jets in there.
Ah,
The Jets got one though.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
but-
say.
Bro, it literally took Broadway Joe and the Mafia, dude. Like, come on, like,
No, it straight up took the devil. He sold his soul for that one. Come on,
Yeah,
didn't you
dude.
watch
Come
Little
on.
Mickey?
it's like,
Yeah, I mean that was like what, like 1969 or something like that. been a long time.
Long time, dude. Like they got one, so they're not as poverty as some of the other franchises, I guess, if you want to. But I don't know. The Jets, to me, they're also a very poorly run franchise, and I don't see them turning it around like anytime soon. You know.
Hey, listen, the best team in New York, we all know is the Giants, man. Screw the Bills and screw the Jets. Jets are just garbage, man.
Well, I'm not a fan of the Giants management right now.
No.
Maybe not now.
There is a lot of talk around here of how unhappy a lot of the fans, and I've even heard it leaking out from some of the coaching staff of how they do not like the ownership there for the Giants, that the Maras, however the hell you pronounce it, that they're not the best at dealing with people.
Wow.
Yeah, but when I said management, though, I wasn't talking about ownership. I was talking about like their general manager, and their coaching staff. I'm not really.
It starts all the way at the freaking top. You saw the nonsense that the Lions went through till they got the change that they did. You see the nonsense the Bears are going through with all their shit with the ownership.
But good owners can hire good owners hire bad coaches all the time, dude. You're not going to hit a home run with every coaching hire.
Yeah,
Like,
but
Al
usually
Davis
bad
was one of the
owners
greatest-
hire bad coaches and exacerbate the issue.
So look, like Al Davis was one of the greatest football minds that ever lived, dude. Like we wouldn't even have the football that we have today if it wasn't for Al Davis. He hired John Madden, he hired Tom Flores, won 3 Super Bowls. Then he goes and hires Lane Kiffin. I mean, like, or Joe Bugle, or like, come on, dude. Like, I mean, I could keep going. Norv Turner, like.
Yeah,
Norv had Norv isn't really fair. Norv had his time.
I think the Mara and it's called. I think they're called like the Tisch families are like 50-50 owners of the Giants, and then their GM is some guy named Joe Schoen.
Yeah, I don't
but
know
yeah.
many Giants fans that like their general manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like their general manager either. He let Saquon walk, and
McKinney.
it's like,
Well,
I mean, look at he drafted Daniel Jones, he let Saquon walk. I mean, he got a good one with Neighbors, but Neighbors kind of fell into their lap. Like
Yeah.
you'd be foolish not to take Neighbors. I don't know. Like, I'm not a fan of the Giants management, but I like the Giants as a franchise overall. Like, I mean, and they have 4 Super Bowls. Like, they're not a poverty franchise by any means. They have a history of winning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
sure.
if it wasn't for freaking Eli Manning's 2 magical runs there, they'd only have 2 Super Bowls. So
yeah, but that's
so you
still
can't-
two
you
more than
can't-
the other poverty
but they have,
franchises.
but they
yeah,
have
but you-
what?
my
Four, right?
point making that was you can see why they prop Eli up so much, like he's a Hall of Famer over there for the Giants.
Well, he's the only guy to ever beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl.
I was waiting for it.
I mean, that's got to count for something, dude. His career numbers are not really, in my opinion, Hall of Fame worthy, but
His playoff numbers aren't either, but outside of those two runs.
rings talk, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, how can you put Peyton in there with 2 rings and not put him in there with 2 rings?
Because Peyton was a hell of a lot better quarterback than Eli.
I'm not arguing that point, but they got the same number of rings, and Eli got his off the guy that Peyton couldn't beat.
So
So-
Eli Manning is Tom Brady's father. You know that, right?
Actually, dude, it's hella funny. So they had Tom Brady doing this jersey signing. He was signing all these Tom Brady jerseys, and they slipped an Eli Manning jersey in there. And so he looked at the dude that brought the jerseys. Tom Brady looked up at him, and then he wrote "fuck you" on the jersey. And then they took it to Eli Manning, and Eli Manning saw it. So Tom Brady wrote "fuck you" and signed the jersey. They took it to Eli Manning. Eli Manning looked at it, laughed, and signed it "good game."
Oh,
That's
man.
one thing that I can give Eli. He's very good with the fucking super dry humor.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
That wasn't dry. That was hilarious. It was well played. You know, he said "good game" and he was laughing while he was signing it. And then I'm sure Tom Brady even saw that and laughed. You know.
What do you guys-
I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Brady didn't laugh. He probably went out there, ran a few more drills. All right, I'll go back and be. Wait, shit, I retired. Oh, I
Well,
bet
Ken,
you.
I was trying to get your thoughts on something yesterday, and I never really had a
got
chance.
the opportunity.
So, what do you think? I never really got an understanding. What do you think about the Vikings this year? How do you think they're going to be? Where are they finishing in the division? That type of thing.
The Vikings, I think that they are a massive question mark. Oh, we've got a smoking JB.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
hey.
We
What's
got
up there,
JB.
buddy?
Eric, how you doing?
Doing
JB,
great, sir.
All right, but
You can keep praying the Lions will suck. They haven't sucked in 3 years.
yeah.
They will this year.
No, I don't think you're right.
All right, but back to Brosy's question there. The Vikings, I think, are the major question mark of our division. They could go anywhere. If JJ absolutely sucks, they could end up slipping down to the basement. Or if he comes out supposedly how he was in the preseason beforehand, since he beat out Sammy Boy there, that maybe they could be fighting for the division crown this year too. Because they did quite a bit of good moves in this offseason.
yeah. For a roster that's so loaded, they're still a tough call right now,
Yeah.
just because of that quarterback. spot.
Aaron Jones is a year older.
Yeah.
There's question marks.
Yeah, I kind of think they're going to take a step back for sure.
Yeah, I don't
More
think
than
they're
just a
winning
couple
14
games.
I don't think they're winning
Yeah.
14 games with
I
JJ
don't-
McCarthy this year.
I don't think there's a 14-game winner in the division, period.
Yeah, I would
I
agree with
agree
that
with
too.
JP there. I'm thinking 12, and if a team gets lucky, 13.
Right, that's exactly where I'm at. And I have never given an order of where I think they'll finish.
Mm-hmm.
I have said the top team will probably have 12 wins. The bottom team will have 7 to 9.
Yep.
I
I
personally
like-
think the
I like
Vikings.
giving a realistic outlook. I don't like doing, you know me, I don't do the shit talking thing too much. Unless
Yeah.
I
No.
get
Hey,
talked
oh
to.
wait, hold on. Did you see that we're going at it week fucking 1, buddy?
Yeah, we're ready to go back and reclaim Ford Field
Oh,
North.
you know we coming for blood, JB.
Okay?
Now,
I-
now,
you ain't going nowhere. We coming to
now's
you.
when
We're
the
bringing,
fortune
we're bringing
turns.
the whole crowd again.
Ah,
Come on,
Dang.
the last 2 years in Green Bay, it looked like Ford Field North. There's been so
Oh,
many Lions.
Oh,
fans.
that was before we cracked down on the people that were selling all their damn tickets.
They They still sold them last year.
Well, no, we started cracking down on them this year. Really, a bunch of people that had season tickets got booted off the list this year because they sold. It was like 90-something% of their tickets. Yeah.
Oh my God, Mitch, stop it.
That'll go about it as well this year. Is Jared Goff being a top 3 quarterback?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know, man. To me, the Vikings, like, they're a huge question mark because I could easily see them finishing in the basement, like with 7 or 8 wins, like,
Right.
and I could see them, I could see them putting it together with JJ and getting 10. I don't see them getting 12 wins, honestly, with a rookie quarterback. I think if they get 10 wins with a rookie quarterback, they're doing really well.
Hey, if they got 14 with Sam Darnold, I'm not going to say it's out of the realm of possibility that they could get 12 with JJ.
I mean,
Yeah, I gotta lean towards what Joe's thinking a little more here with the Vikings. Like, first year starter quarterback, dang, like 8 or 9 wins for any other situation, any other team for a first year starter would be considered a very good season. The rest of the roster is loaded. I'm not sold on their running backs. I'm not sold on their secondary. I mean, they have like a damn near 40-year-old safety starting, like, so at some point, guys are going to fall off, so we'll see.
They passed on that great safety, the free safety they needed to replace Harrison Smith. They passed on him.
Yeah.
Remember, and traded back. So
that's what I'm
that
saying.
being said, I do have a question though. Last year there was 2 top 10 teams. One of them had the best yardage defense in the league. Anybody remember who that was?
The best yardage defense?
Yep.
What do you mean? Held the opponents to fewest yards?
Yep. Tennessee Titans.
Oh, shit. I forgot about how good
They were
defense
a
was.
number 1 defense and won 3 games.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Their problem was Will Levis trying to literally hand the ball off to the opposing team.
And then, guess who was the 8th best defense by yardage last year? The Chicago Bears.
How the hell did they pull off 8th with that massive collapse that they had?
Because they lost in new and interesting and confounding ways for Bears fans. Am I wrong, Broski?
Yeah, I mean they were flushed by Eberflush.
And then they brought in Davis.
Hey there, Motown Mitch. Why don't you tell me what that record is all time between Green Bay and the Lions?
That's not what he asked you.
Yeah.
He was very specific in what he asked.
Oh, I know. He's got those Detroit blinders on, and we act like everything past 2-3 years ago didn't exist.
Because new ownership, because it is the daughter, and now it's a whole new regime, and the culture has changed, and you guys don't like it.
So when a team gets a new owner, we get to throw out their old history books?
Not that's the specific question that was asked. I'm not wrong. If you go by what he asked, he's right in what he's saying.
You're only getting us for right now, but that ain't gonna keep that. I'm telling you, you're not beating us at home.
The Packers really need
anything before 3 years ago, guys, was leather helmets.
So
Now remember that. Ray Lewis was completely in leather helmets. Remember.
But JB, he tailored that question. He tailored that question so specifically. It's like those stats that they throw out in NFL games now, where it's like, he's the only player to rush for 42 yards when Mercury is in retrograde, and like,
Right,
it's like,
I
come
know.
on, dude. Like,
I know, I get that, but at the same time, words have meanings.
Yeah, I mean, I could also say the Lions playoff winless streak is reset. So is it going to be another 29 years before the Lions win another playoff game?
No, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Not with what I see. Not with what I see in the results that the team has done in season. If we're able to stay even half as healthy as we were hurt last year, do you not agree it might have been a different game? Because I'm sorry, a defense giving up 45 fucking points when you score 31 on offense is a big glaring thing to me.
I was gonna say it sucks being where Aaron Rodgers and the Packers were all those many times, doesn't it?
Now you're getting it. You're getting a little taste.
Where you've got an awesome offense, but your defense is such shit you couldn't win a playoff game to save your life.
But guess
Yeah,
who
I'm not
doesn't
going to
look
use
like-
injuries as
Wait.
an excuse.
No,
like,
but-
I mean,
I'm not using it as an excuse. There's a difference there, because remember the first quarter until Amik Robertson went down, Jaden Daniels hadn't completed a pass yet.
well, that's special, but you know, we know
No,
what the
I'm just
outcome
saying.
of the game was. You know what I mean?
Hey,
So it's like
JB,
I don't
where
need
did
to
you
hear
guys
Lions
get-
fans crying about injuries anymore.
Hey,
That's
JB, where
done.
did you
That's
where did
part
you
of the
guys get
game.
a meat from again?
Oh yeah, he's that bum you guys cut.
We didn't cut him.
Yes,
He
you
was a
did.
free, no, he was a free agent.
Right.
He was a free
You
agent,
didn't
and we
re-sign
didn't
him. You
re-sign
let
him.
him walk. You let him walk.
Yeah,
That's what
because he
I'm
wanted too
getting
much money. But I liked him.
at. But wait, he signed for us for $6.2 million.
Yeah, and the Raiders didn't want to give him that, but he was a former Raider, and I liked Amik. Amik's a dog, dude.
Ked's scratching his head
No.
because you said it's too much
No,
money.
no. That's to this. Mitch still hasn't gotten it through his head that we were giving Love shit when we said that he still should have put up better numbers because he was on the field.
Right.
It's not, oh, well, he only put up those numbers because of injury. You got to take that into account. No, it was your ass was on the field. You should have produced better.
Right. Hey. All I know is that when he came back and relieved Malik Willis versus the Lions in that wet, cold, rainy weather, he did not look like Jordan Love at all.
Nope.
And that's
And
not giving you guys shit. That's not
Mhm.
talking shit. That's a
Mhm.
fact. It
Uh-huh.
looked like Jared Goff was Love throwing in the rain, and Love looked like Goff.
Oh, my God.
Oh, don't say that. Don't ever say that.
You know I'm right.
Unfortunately, you're not wrong here, JB, but it doesn't mean I want to admit that.
Honestly, there wasn't that many games last year where Jordan Love looked like Jordan Love.
There was
Yeah,
Like-
he really
there was
didn't.
three. The first game of the season where he kept them close to Philly. There was the game where he did the game-winning drive to go ahead of the Bears, and the Bears had a chance to win, and the defense finally stepped up. Am I wrong?
No, I remember that.
I'm trying to get where Motown's freaking coming from here. There's still a major freaking disconnect.
Yeah,
He's coming
something's
from
not
the crack
clicking
house
up
on
here.
7 Mile.
Something's.
And I'll
yeah.
admit it, our history is fucking abysmal. From 1957 till 2023, 24 season,
Wait, hold on.
suck.
Not to interrupt you, JB, but I fucking know a Dallas Cowboys fan didn't just say that Jordan Love looks overrated when you got Dak fucking Prescott as your starting quarterback.
Oh, wait, he's a Cowboy fan?
And then do we want to bring
Hey,
up
John.
how we
What's up,
absolutely
Dorn?
Dorn.
we want to bring
Dorn.
up how we absolutely destroyed the Cowboys in that playoff game and they still haven't been right?
Man,
Cowboy fans, I
Prescott.
tell
It's
you.
whack
Oh,
Prescott.
Okay.
Whack.
Now this one here, I can agree with this statement.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That is exactly right, because right now what you've seen is a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Was it due to injury?
Yes.
Was it due to this? Was it due to that? But you got to admit, also, don't forget the Green Bay Packers had the most amount of drops in the league last year. So you
Thank
can't
you.
all blame it on Love.
He had 11 drop touchdowns. Just touchdowns.
Yeah,
I mean,
know,
That's why in this
talking about-
draft, that's why in this draft they went out and got 2 receivers to push that rule and say, hey, guess what? Fucking get the shit together or get the fuck out. We'll
And
bring
it-
other
and-
people in.
unless Christian Watson improves his drop rate of below 6%, he won't
Who?
be back for you. Christian Watson.
Watson?
Yeah, Watson's not.
You only had 2 drops, dude.
No.
Injury.
His career percentage right now with your team is over.
Watson has a better stats than fucking J-Mo.
I'm
What the
not
fuck are you talking about?
And 3 of those drop passes last year in the
Jesus
end.
Christ. Fuck. fucking Lion fans. I fucking tell you.
Hold on. Oh, hey, Doran, it's okay because we played them week 1. We don't.
Well, we're gonna stomp the living shit out of them.
Yeah,
You know it's coming. You know it's coming. Fucking all Holmes does, he put together is a fucking injury-prone fucking roster. That's all he's proved so far. He hasn't done shit.
I see Dorn's had his extra scoop of
It's
coffee.
my birthday today, and I got my win. This is Lions opening day at home and stomped the living fuck out of them. The floor is, man, he wants this game bad, and you know it.
Happy
shout out
birthday,
Dorn.
Dorn, for what?
Yeah, happy birthday, buddy.
I don't think
I'm
that's
gonna
coffee,
agree.
dude. I
You
think
got to figure.
Hey,
We're the only ones coming in that actually is a complete team coming in this offseason. Lions, they had 8 different coaches coming in. Their defensive coordinator, Shepard, he has never fucking game planned yet. He's never called the game. He's never been a
It
coordinator
shows how
before.
little you know. He's been the defensive game planner on rushing defense, and we were a top 5 rushing defense.
Yeah, whatever. You can cherry pick whatever the fuck you want, like you always do.
That ain't cherry picking.
And I called that earlier. I called that before. Come on, JMO. Jesus.
I don't think
Dorn
it was
has that
coffee that
misfit
Dorn had. I
background.
think
Yeah.
He's
I
Dorn's
think
like,
Dorn might have taken a trip to Bolivia.
Dorn
I
had a
know
little.
we got that Bolivian flake going.
Oh, I
Nice.
got
The
that fire in
problem
his
is
belly
I
this
haven't
morning.
took it a
Got
couple
that
hits yet.
Colombian marching powder.
I haven't took a couple hits yet.
Okay. That's what it is.
Colombian marching powder.
Dorn, take a couple of hits so we don't have the podcast go too far off the rails.
Dorn's face is so red, he looks like he does more coke than Dan Candle.
My face never gets red. And by the way, everything I say is true. Holmes, actually, if you go back and look at his drafts, man, I don't care. You can fucking drink all the blue Kool-Aid you want, but I can actually pick that fucking his draft apart, especially the last 2. Well, I'm not worried about the Lions whatsoever.
That's like our general manager. You see
Yeah.
how terrible some of his fucking drafts have been.
Yeah,
and
his first 2 are bad.
God awful.
Bad. But see, we can admit it. Lion fans can't.
I say when the picks are bad.
I was gonna say I will give JB credit there.
I don't know.
Well, he will.
Well, he's not like Russell. He thinks that every move is a chess move for. He's a chess move. That's golden. He's walking.
Hey, what did I say? I'd have rather had that Ivy out of Ole Miss than that bum micro machine wide receiver we took with our last pick in the 7th round. But then I found out afterwards Ivy has some legal issues he's dealing with. That's why he didn't even get picked up as a UDFA.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Is Bond still out there yet?
And Isaiah Bond won't be picked up because he turned himself in on 2 sexual assault cases and
Ooh.
bonded out at $25,000 out of his NIL money.
Hey, Motown, you're in that 63% of fucking bandwagon fans from Lions fans. You know, it's been proven 63% jump in fan
All I
base.
know is when I first met John Dorn, we still had Matt Patricia.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I didn't run. I took all the bullshit I could, didn't I?
Yeah, there's only a few Lions fans that actually were around back then. There was only a handful. And then once, well, 3 years ago, actually, it blew the fuck up with
Hey,
Lions fans.
we're glad to have you here.
But it's good though. It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I've been real, and when I've given you a predict, remember that year you asked me that last year we had Matt Patricia in 2020. You said, "How many wins are you gonna get?" And I said, "If we get 7, we're lucky." I think it's
Yeah.
closer to 5.
I remember telling you about Mosley and Sutton and all those are gonna be all bust and stuff, and you all gave me shit and kicked me off your fucking lives and all that shit. Call me a troll and all this.
No,
I was right. I'm always right.
I'm not the one that kicked you off alive. You're still able
Russell
to talk
did.
on my channel. You're
Russell,
still able to talk on my channel because I said it remains to be seen.
because I'll keep it respectful on your channel.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've always tried to keep it respectful with you. I don't talk shit about you. I don't talk shit about any individual person. But I do talk shit about the result of that year after I got told it wouldn't happen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, and you're not going to get any freaking flack from me over that because you all know, well, JB knows that that's how I like to do my trash talking. I'll be quiet all leading up to the game, and I'm either going to give you a whole bunch of shit or I'll eat a whole bunch of shit. JB seen it. I will eat my shit and take my lumps.
Ask him how he got his nickname Kitty Ken.
Okay, there, Cape Lion.
Oh, I know. Rob already told me that story. Yeah.
About the bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, JB? We might have to revive that bet for week 1.
Oh, I'm in.
So what about Viking fan Ken? Remember, he was Viking fan Ken too.
That's it, Joe. You know what? I used to like you all the way until now.
And the best one is I'm walking up for my first watch party because it's the first time they shown an away game at Ford Field on a screen, and it was the Dallas game when we blew the shit out of them. And there's this guy wearing a Vikings coat and looks at a distance just like Kitty Ken.
Sure. Every fat guinea you see just happens to be me.
Black beard down to his chest. It fit.
You look like Gimli, son of Gloin.
Yes. Remember, I posted the picture. You saw it, Joe.
Hey, Motown Mitch says, or no, it was Luca. Luca says that JJ is going to beat the Bears week 1. Just thought I'd throw that out there for you, broski.
Well, that's assuming they play week 1.
Yeah, we don't even know.
Yeah, because the leak I heard was the Bears are playing at Washington week 1. So until we see the schedule, I'm not speculating. You know what I mean? Just
I'd rather see him play the Vikings. The Bears and Vikings would be cool.
And Ken had some personal stuff he had to deal with today, so you only got one, Ken.
Yeah, go right. Yeah, go get the vagina pick.
Hold on. And Luca, how could I wear a Ponder jersey when you bought them all up? I know that was your guy.
Coming from a guy that fucking don't even know what his quarterback's going to do, fucking JJ.
Yep, it is official.
What's official?
We play you guys week 1, then we don't play you again until week 13. Thanksgiving Day in Detroit.
And we come in there at Thanksgiving and we finna feast. We're gonna feast.
That's a sweet. That's an easy sweet. Cool.
Good luck with that.
I wish they would have bookended that. Had
Wouldn't be much.
Last week.
Bill must be in the chat. Joe looks like he walked backwards.
Someone in the chat says they're in Ukraine right now.
That is a bottom line sport, the Cowboys fan.
What the?
But Frozen Tundra Network won't put their face out there, though.
No, that you can't call him Joe. That's Timu Joe Rogan. Get it right.
Frozen Tundra Network can't put their face out there. There becomes too much of a reflection.
Oh, damn.
So did Jordan Schultz of ESPN confirms he misread a text from a source that Detroit versus Minnesota on Thanksgiving is not the schedule. It is Green Bay at Detroit for week 13.
Oh yeah, that's going to be
Do you remember what happened last time we played you guys Thanksgiving? Can you remind me what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember. You guys got by. You got by.
Hey, Joe.
Oh man.
Man, he comes out with the personal attacks today. Woo!
Yeah.
I was going to say that they're buddies.
Is that Nick?
Yeah. And bottom line, you might be able to visit my great grandparents over there.
I gotta get ready for my show. Ken, I may need you to start it and all that good shit for me because if I
yeah, I got you covered, buddy.
Yep. So,
all right. Yeah.
Shout out JB.
Yeah. Thanks for being on, buddy.
I want to say good to meet you finally, Eric. I seen your face but never officially addressed you. John, happy birthday, you old fuck.
It's nice to meet you, JB.
Broski, it's always good to talk football with you. Joe, you know, I don't give you any more shit because you got something in your trophy case we don't. Hey, at least I'm on it. Have a great one. And
yeah,
I'll
you
say
too,
the
bro.
same thing to all these guys here. Did I say on my show before I leave? Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before, because that's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Unless you're talking to a rival fan base, fuck them.
Oh man.
Nice.
Oh,
JB's cool.
Oh yeah. Oh, JB and I get along freaking great.
Yeah. Where's Dorn? I haven't heard from Dorn in a few minutes. What's the birthday guy doing?
Huffing deer piss.
He's in the process of calming down so he doesn't kill the rival fan base.
Yeah. He's loading his rifle.
No, he's
loading his rifle and he's looking for your address on Google.
What, Nick? What are you even talking about?
Dang.
Eric, the fact that you don't know what he's talking about makes the joke
Just
even better.
It proves the point.
Yep.
Nick, that's why at least I got my hairline and you don't, buddy. So try getting the hairline.
Hey, come on. Leave Nick alone. He stenciled it on this morning.
Yeah, he drew a pencil on it. Yeah.
You got that spray, that black spray. Nicholas.
So, there, Joe, do you think you're going to be getting any primetime games this year?
I don't know. I don't make the schedule, man. I mean, I could see them leaving us out because we won 4 games last year, you know. But I think that would be a mistake because I don't think that we're the same team we were last year. We got a lot of players back from injury. You know, I think Gino's going to do pretty well for us. So, you know, I think the Raiders would be entertaining on prime time this year. But we'll see. You know, I wouldn't mind playing Kansas City on prime time.
I was gonna say y'all should play them Sunday night. That'll be good.
Yeah, I want to see because the Raiders show up for those games, those primetime games against Kansas City. They show up for that. So, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing one of those.
I know Lions don't show up in big time games. I'm just saying.
Hey, and that game is at 3:30 our time, so that game is in late afternoon.
Yeah, we're gonna smoke them by 14. I mean, they could.
Apparently, Nick's using that Utah math because the Raiders won 4 games last year, and he's saying, "Yeah, the Raiders are way better. They got 3 wins this season." That's that Salt Lake City arithmetic right there.
Salt Lake City arithmetic. That's fucking great.
Yeah, as long as you guys beat the Chiefs, I'll be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that Tuella trigonometry.
You can go 2-0. I 2 and fucking 15, whatever, and fucking as long as you beat the Chiefs twice, I don't care. No.
He said the Raiders are like clowns, fun to watch. Who is Philip a fan of?
Green Bay.
Okay, we beat you guys the last time we played. Did you have fun watching that?
Hey,
Joe, don't bring that up.
How many wins did you have against Green Bay before that?
I don't know, a few. You guys had more.
I was going to say, I think there was something like an 18-year drought before that between.
Crosby should have just stayed home sick.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Crosby should have stayed home sick that day.
But I don't run from that, though.
Mm-hmm. I hope Crosby stays home sick because the last time he played, he was behind the line so much he would have been taking snaps for center.
Yeah, I thought he was playing tight end for you guys.
Yeah, you're fucking.
He spent the whole day in your backfield. No, the Raiders do not want the number 1 pick. That's ridiculous.
I can actually see the Bears get it next year. I mean,
I can't. I could see. I don't know. Actually, I was gonna say the Titans, but I think Cam Ward could actually be, you know, pretty good.
No,
I don't know.
I'm saying it's going to be the Saints getting the number 1 pick. At least as it looks right now.
But I think Shug could actually be a decent quarterback, dude.
What about the Panthers?
Panthers, I think, are going to be.
I don't think they're going to get the number 1 pick. I think the Panthers will actually get a little bit better.
Yeah.
So Bears' chances is better than, huh?
I mean, if you look at Carr's numbers overall, like I don't think you could call Carr a bum. Like he has all the Raiders franchise passing records.
That one year with the Raiders, though, he was fucking. That was an awesome year. That year he had, man. I was like, man, he's gonna have a good, good year.
Dude, I was at that game where he broke his leg on Christmas Eve. I was at that game.
Man,
we were kicking the living shit out of the Colts, dude. And then, like, for some reason, which I'll never understand, Jack Del Rio or our offensive coordinator decided he wanted to throw the ball when we're up 20 points, and as soon as Derek Carr, dude, that stadium was rocking, dude. And the second Derek Carr broke his leg, it was like all the air was let out of the balloon. Like everybody just knew, like, our season's over.
Well, that's just like, okay, Carr, ever since that broken leg, he hasn't really been the same.
Yeah, I totally agree. He became much more skittish. He didn't take chances anymore. He was afraid to get his leg broke again.
With Hutchinson, I mean, the Lions can deny this all they want, but I seen what I seen on film. He still has a limp. His leg is actually still smaller, still not as up to par up as the other leg is. Eventually he'll get there. But
yeah, I what I massively think is going to be the issue. I wouldn't be surprised if the limp works its way out by the start of the season. Yeah. But that leg will still be smaller at the start of the season. Yeah. A lot of people don't realize, unless you've had some type of a major break, how long it takes to get back just to where you were.
But he might not. It just might be a cycle thing where he might just not get back to his normal self. I mean, if I was Lions, I wouldn't pay him no money right now. He's got 2 years left. Well, do a picture option on him. I'll just wait till after the season at least I'd resign him. You know what I mean? At least see how he does. I mean, who knows? He can ball out. Who knows? You know what I mean? Get 17 wins or 17 sacks or whatever, or he's going to get 9 sacks.
Mm-hmm.
And he's about average.
And I was going to say that tells you how good of a player Hutch is. If we're saying he could only get 9 sacks, there's a lot of guys that would kill for 9 sacks.
Oh, exactly. I'm just saying. Yeah. He hasn't hit that elite yet. He hasn't, and I think he was on his way last year until that break, and then but now we'll see how he reacts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, Carr actually, to go to Luca's point, yeah, he had a 77-92 record, but the Raiders never really put a defense around him ever, and like Carr has for quite a while there. Carr was leading the league in fourth quarter comeback wins. Like he might actually still be up there in career fourth quarter comeback wins. And he had excellent arm talent. Like, he could, man, his deep ball, he could put it 50 yards downfield right into a guy's hands. Like, you're crazy.
What? No.
That's wild.
No, Nick. No, Richardson's worse.
Much worse. And I'm not sitting here saying that Derek Carr is a Hall of Famer or anything. Like, I think that when he before he broke his leg, he could have had a shot, but once he broke his leg, it kind of put the damper on his career.
I don't know if I'd go out on the same limb as saying that he'd have a shot at being a Hall of Famer, but I think he was going to be a damn good quarterback.
I still think he was. I think he was I won't say damn good, but he was pretty good.
No, I thought he had a shit ton of potential. Don't forget,
there's guys that have won Super Bowls that were not as good as Carr.
Mm-hmm.
I can think of a couple of them right off the top of my head.
Don't forget that early in his career they were calling him Baby A-Rod.
He's better than Trent Dilfer for damn sure.
Oh,
better than Brad Johnson.
I know. I kind of watched that J.J. McCarthy's fucking, highlights and all that shit from college and from preseason last year and stuff. That dude can actually scramble. That dude can he's pretty damn accurate.
And he's actually got an arm on him, because I remember going up all the way into the draft process because of the way Harbaugh ran his scheme, that, he doesn't have an arm. He's just a handoff merchant, this, that, and the other. I seen some absolutely wild throws from him in that preseason.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean, I hate to say it, Bears, you're probably in the basement.
I don't know, man. I mean, history would tell you that, but I don't know. I think the Bears have at some point they're going to have so much talent on that team that they can't help but win.
What talent do they got though? They got second, third tier talent on that fucking team, dude.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, your offensive line is all.
DJ Moore's pretty good. I think Rome had a decent rookie year. He should step up. You know, they got Luther Burden, who I think is going to be pretty good. Cole Kmet's not terrible. He's pretty decent.
And he's still need a quarterback to throw it to him. And he hasn't. That dude's been on his back more. He's fucking on his upright.
I mean, Swift is not like my favorite running back, but he's not the worst either.
And Nick, it wasn't that I was dropped out. They kicked me out of the clan. For some reason, the Amish aren't cool with you doing a shit ton of drugs.
And doing their daughter.
There you go. See, for some reason, they want you to get married and all this shit, and I just never followed up with that.
Well, you thought you got 3 wives, but
Don't lie, Ken. Ken tried Amish sex.
yeah. Oh, that hairy fucking armpits and hairy.
No, I was gonna say they put a sheet over the girl and then you just cut a hole in the sheet.
Call you racist because it'd be white sheep probably, and you call you racist then.
Oh.
You only do
I don't think the color of the sheet matters. It's just the point that you have to cover them up.
Oh boy.
Be my luck. Be that time in a month if you turn red.
Mormons. Oh, is it the Mormons with the sheet? Let's ask Nick. Nick's a Mormon.
Yeah, I was gonna say he'd know pretty well.
Hey, Eric, you were talking about property teams. You brought the Raiders up before the Lions. How dare you?
Hey! Listen, I was just messing with Joe, okay?
Man, even messing around. That's kind of. I mean, that's bad, dude. I mean, that's fighting words there.
I mean, at least Dorn was alive. Dorn remembers when the Raiders were the most feared team in the league, dude. Like they had their time, dude. You know, the Raiders had their time at the table. Maybe we haven't been back to the table for quite a while, but we had our time where we were at the head of the table, dude.
Yeah, it's like Joe says, man. I mean, they haven't even been up to the fucking kiddie table yet.
The Lions don't even get to sit at the kiddie table yet.
Exactly.
There's a certain number of playoff wins that are required to even get to that table.
Exactly.
The Lions are sitting on the floor with a paper plate.
I mean, the Vikings at the kiddie table because at least they've been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Vikings are at the kiddie table because they've been to a bunch.
Yeah.
And the Bills too.
They're the top dogs on the fucking kiddie table.
Them and the Bills are fighting over it to see who gets to be the ruler of the kiddie table.
Yeah, but by that logic, though, doesn't it mean that the Jets are at the big boy table because they have won Super Bowl?
Yeah, but they're that weird drunk uncle that's passed out and only mutters things occasionally, but none of it makes sense.
Yeah.
He said Ken looks like he knocks on people's doors and asks them if they want to learn about the Torah. Oh, Rabbi Ken.
Oh God.
L'chaim.
Oh, well, on that note,
and on that take, Mazel Tov.
And on that horrible, terrible take on Nick absolutely loving freaking all these rabbis, we want to thank everybody for joining us. Thank everybody for commenting. Thank you guys for being on the panel. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, it's go, Pack, go.
Bye.
Turn it up, we coming in hot. Huddle Sports Network, yeah, we own the spot. On your Roku, Fire Stick, don't miss a beat. Covering NFL news, we can't be beat. Find us online, Facebook and YouTube too. Every room a scoop, we got the 411 for you. 27 prime times, daily shows for the fiends. From Ken in the morning to your wildest dreams. 10 to 11, we dropping knowledge on the block. Tune in tight, don't forget to watch. Huddle up is the place to be. NFL action, come and see. From morning till noon, we bring that fire. Huddle Sports Network, take you higher. Step into the zone where the real ones play. Lions talk with Jeremy B, 1 hour every day. From